I'm Haley and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited because today I'm going to be talking about the new-ish, I'll get to that in a second, but the native collabs with Jarritos and Dunkin' Donuts. I have 9 different scents. I think 9 different scents, 9 different products right here that I want to talk about. So I bought these a while ago when they first released, but life got away from me. So we had the Christmas holidays, New Year, I live in LA, so the whole situation going on, everything, life got away from me, but I still really want to talk about these because they're interesting, they're a little odd, and I'd like to get into why, because I feel like it's a really interesting direction for Native to go in, and I'd just like to talk a little bit about that and about the specific scents that they released. So I'm going to divide this video into 3 groups of products, which I'm going to call the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I'm going to kind of get into why each thing is in each category. But first I want to talk a little bit about what is going on with Native. I feel like these are kind of weird. Does anyone else agree with me? They're kind of odd collabs, and I'll tell you why. So they've done collabs before. So they did like the Girl Scouts collab, things like that. But I feel like these are particularly weird because to me, Native, in my mind, is a brand that does aluminum-free deodorant. And traditionally, the proponents and the fans of aluminum-free deodorant have been like the crunchiest of the crunchy. So like your Whole Foods shoppers, your local co-op shoppers, things like that. And obviously, you know, as the years have gone by, aluminum-free deodorant has become more, you know, widely available, more popular with big brands like Secret and Dove even doing aluminum-free deodorant. So it's more popular now, I think, than it ever has been. But to me, Native is still one of those crunchier brands. So like for their hair care, I believe it's like silicone-free, things like that. So they still kind of have like a crunchy slant. But to me, soda drinkers, donut eaters are like the complete opposite side of the spectrum from people who are really into and seek out aluminum-free deodorant. So I feel like it's an interesting, an odd pairing. And to me, it kind of shows me that Native is trying to reach out to a new customer base. So they're trying to bring in people who are drawn in by the collabs versus people who are drawn in by the products. And I feel like it kind of shows in what's been released, like the quality of the products, things like that. I'm just not loving some of these. So like when they did their Girl Scout collab, I did not pick up any of those, but I felt like it made a little more sense because Girl Scouts is less of a brand and more of like an organization that's associated with like female empowerment, community, like things like that. So it felt less out of left field than like Dunkin' Donuts. So I just thought it was interesting that a brand that is sort of known for being crunchy, outside the norm in their product offerings, traditionally has partnered with these really, really mainstream, honestly, junk food brands. That's not casting judgment on anybody who eats Dunkin' or anything like that. Love me a donut, but it's just an interesting pairing. And I think it's maybe interesting that at the same time, Dove, which is a much more mainstream brand than Native, has come out with their Crumble Cookies collab too. So I feel like it's like the battle between Dove and Crumble and Dunkin' and Native like happening at the same time. And I think it's interesting because I kind of feel like Dove and Crumble are more aligned than Dunkin' Donuts and Native are. So all that out of the way, let's start talking about the actual products. So I'm gonna start with the ones that I really liked, and my number 1 favorite is a product that I've actually been reaching for just because I wanted to use it. So this is a product that I've had these for like a month or so, and this is one that I've just reached for because I like it, because I think it's good and it's really fun and it smells really good. And that is the passion fruit deodorant. And I really like this. I think it smells so good. It is so delicious. If a deodorant can be delicious, this is it. It is so yummy and wonderful, and I'm really happy that I picked this one up. It's very sweet and fruity, and it honestly legitimately smells a lot like passion fruit. Like if you've ever had passion fruit syrup or a passion fruit dessert, or if you like in Hawaii or something like that, it smells So delicious. It's very floral as far as fruity scents go, and it is just so good. I really enjoy this one, and I think it's great. So I feel like the actual deodorant is where Native shines. So that makes sense because they are a deodorant brand. So of course this is going to be like their hero product that is less likely to like mess up, so to speak. I also think whatever base ingredients are in here always mix really well with the scents that they do. So I think the base ingredients just smell really creamy and good and inoffensive just like on their own. So we've got things like coconut oil, shea butter, things that just smell creamy and good naturally. And then when you add on the scents, you know, it ends up smelling really good. So really love this one, and I think it's excellent. And then I also really enjoyed the watermelon deodorant. This also smells really good. I love watermelon scents. This is very juicy. It reminds me a little bit of like a Jolly Rancher or something like that. So if you like really juicy, like candy fruity watermelon scents, you might like this as well. It is a little bit creamy, like I was saying with the passion fruit one, because of those base ingredients, but I think this was really nice, and I enjoyed this one as well. And then I also really like the pineapple body wash here. This smells just like the soda. Like it has a very specific pineapple-y like fruity candy scent, and if you like the original pineapple soda, you will probably like this. I think it's very fun. I think it's interesting that they release this in the middle of winter as well, because this feels so very summery to me, but I'm not mad. I'm really enjoying this one. I think it smells super yummy, and I'm glad to have picked it up. So as you can see, none of the Dunkin products made it into the top group for me, and I really just feel like the Jarritos products were more successful in their execution than the Dunkin products. I'll get to talking about the Dunkin stuff in a minute, but we're gonna move into the next category, which is the bad. I'm considering this just to be like mid or like kind of off, not like as good as, you know, the things we had in the top category here. But first I'm gonna talk about the last two Jarritos products that I picked up. I liked these. I thought they were fine. I just didn't think they were as good as the top three products in the collection that I just spoke about. So the first is the Mandarin body wash. You know, this is fine. There's nothing really wrong with it. It does remind me of the original Mandarin soda, but to me it just smells a little bit synthetic. You know, it's not going straight into the bin, you know, none of that. It's fine. It just smells a little bit synthetic to me, and I just don't think it's as good as the pineapple one. But again, really just, it's fine, but I wouldn't say run, go grab this from the store now, anything like that. Then the next Jarritos item that I had in this middle category here is the passion fruit lotion. And like I said, I did really like the passion fruit scent. I think the scent itself is really good, but whatever is in this, I don't know, lotion, the base ingredients of this, I don't like it. I think it smells bad. So it smells like plastic to me, and it smells really synthetic and odd. And I'll talk about it more when we talk about the Dunkin lotion that I picked up, but I don't think the actual base ingredients in the lotion smell good. It's just, like I said, it smells very plasticky and off. This kind of gets a save here and gets put into the middle category just because the actual passion fruit scent smells good. So I can't really like hate on the passion fruit here, but the lotion itself, I did not think it was good, and I'm honestly not gonna buy any more Native lotions because I truly just thought that they were bad, and so I can't see myself using this one. Okay, so moving on to the Dunkin collab. Like I mentioned, these are all like in the lower half of my ranking of the products I picked up, and they all just missed the mark for me. They're all like weird, synthetic, and just don't smell good. I love that kind of bakery scented, like fake gourmand body care. Don't get me wrong. I can enjoy a good Bath and Body Works scent. I like things that are sweet, but I just feel like these did not do it for me. So first I want to talk about the strawberry frosted donut deodorant. This is fine. This is probably the best of the Dunkin collabs. It's sweet. It has a little bit of that strawberry scent, so it's a little bit fruity, mostly just creamy and sweet and gourmand. I just feel like this is so sweet that I can't see myself wearing it as a deodorant. So some of the fruitier deodorants, like they're kind of towing the line but this I just feel like is way too sweet. It is kind of that sickly sweet gourmand bakery scent vibe, and for that reason this just isn't a win. Then next up I have the Dunkin Blueberry Cobbler body wash. I think this is okay. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. It does smell like that fake blueberry vibe, fake bakery vibe, but when I compare this to other brands that do this, I just think that other brands do this better. So for example, Bath and Body Works, you know, they have their blueberry scented bakery like gourmand lines that they do like in the fall and things like that. I feel like those are just so much better than this one. And I feel like, you know, obviously Bath and Body Works has been doing that sort of scent profile for a very long time in so many different formulas, and they just really have it down in a way that I don't think that Native does. And I don't think this is all that good. Like, I couldn't recommend this to someone because these aren't particularly cheap. So I wouldn't say go out and buy this. Then I have the last two products that I picked up. These are in the ugly category. I just think these are not very good. You know, it didn't work out. This wasn't a win. And the first is the Dunkin Boston Cream body wash. I love me a Boston Cream donut. It's one of my favorite donuts. Just being real with you guys here, but I did not think this was very good because again, it has that odd synthetic plasticky vibe, which I honestly haven't really, I've had the Native body washes many times. I've had the Christmas ones, I had the fall ones. Like it's something that I buy pretty frequently. I've talked on my channel before about how I love using them for bubble bath. They're great for that, but this doesn't smell good. I don't want to use it as a bubble bath. It has like, it doesn't really smell chocolatey or creamy to me. I think that's maybe because the body wash formula isn't very creamy. It's clear, but I just don't like this, and I don't think it's good, and I don't think it smells like Boston Cream donuts. It just smells odd and plasticky, and I don't like this, and I wouldn't recommend it. And then the last product here, and what I would rank in last place out of all of these, which is sadly one of the products that I was most excited about. It seemed like it was a for sure win, impossible to mess up. That is the Dunkin Vanilla Sprinkle Lotion. So I was really excited. I was like, oh, it'll be great to have, you know, a vanilla lotion to pair with some of my vanilla fragrances that can pair with a lot of different vibes, things like that. No. I put this on one leg and I could not continue, and I could smell it for the rest of the day just coming from my one leg that I put it on, and I did not like this at all. I thought it was so bad. I, you know, showed this to my fiance and I was like, what do you think of this? And he said that it smells bad, and I have to agree with him. I don't like it, and this is just a huge fail for me. Like I was saying with the passion fruit lotion, this smells like plastic. It smells so bad. It has this crazy synthetic note. It smells like burning plastic in this case. It just is not good. I don't know what's going on with the actual base ingredients here, but it smells horrible. It just smells very cheap. Like it smells like if you pick this up from the clearance section at Walmart and you're like, it smells really cheap, but also like maybe it's gone off and it smells like burnt plastic, you might not be surprised. But for a brand that really emphasizes its ingredients, kind of doing the whole all natural thing, things like that, this just feels really off. Dunkin' Donuts, but it doesn't even smell good and donutty. It is just an odd vibe here. So yeah, I just did not think this one was very good, and overall, I'm just confused about what is going on with Native as a brand. These collabs kind of seem odd. It kind of seems like an attempt to bring in some new customers who might not normally be into the whole Native ethos, but in some of these cases I feel like it's poorly done. If you're gonna try and do something a little bit out there, you do have to make sure that the quality and the product matches up, and in so many of these cases I just don't really think that it does. Don't get me wrong, I will still be interested in some of the releases from Native, but I don't think I will be buying any of the body lotions going forward. I will, however, be definitely using up this passion fruit deodorant because this is so good, and really the only thing here that I absolutely wholeheartedly recommend, but most of the other things here I just don't think are that great. This was a bit of a short one today, but thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you have any thoughts on the Native, Jarritos, or Dunkin' releases, let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Bye.